Maybe that might have just been on the spectator side. All right, but Chris is actually ending up with, like, I think a little less bar than he had. I think he was at the top of 3, but it looks like they're fine to just keep playing at this point.
Yeah, and you know what? Respect to both players for the play here, knocking off most of the stage hazards from Ling. Chris getting some of the Sunset skin back, going into this final round, but Ling just running through this entire round so far, activates Heat.
Oh. He almost caught the counter hit there, the back 3, and Ling, the beneficiary of the rotation there.
Yeah, very much.
They're probably going to switch off this stage, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would presume so, because this was not the intended circumstance at all. I would be surprised if they kept... Yeah, there you go. I would have been surprised if they kept that, honestly. Yeah, it's a shame that that's how that went down, but fully, you know, shouts out to both players for the show of sportsmanship there, because, you know, like you said, most players probably wouldn't think of that to break the stage hazards as Ling did. Chris building up the Sunset Skin meter again, so now Ling gets the first game under those circumstances, unfortunately, but now we're heading into the Sanctum for a proper Game 2.
Yes, and now it is anybody's game.
Yes.
Both of these storied competitors with good mentals, so we assume that they're both going to be making adjustments based off the things that they saw in the previous games. They had a little more time to think about it.
That is one thing, yeah. Some players would feel like it's icing them out, others would use the opportunity to get their thoughts gathered. And both these players are really good on the mental side.
Wow.
Nice combo.
No opportunity to strong wall break there. Shooting star.
Yep. Ling just coming down with the shooting star and closing out the round when they saw the opening, just going over the low. And Chris bringing in Torgal is a good boy.
Yep, you can't really do much else there than spike. Wow, the Leviathan sweep through. And he waits out enough of it that he knows where to wake up and actually. That seems so dangerous to, like, get up and to do that with the sidestep into down forward 2. Full combo impact.
Gonna push Ling near the wall as well. Hypnotist from that far out. Chris was not falling for that and just completely swiped in and takes the round himself.
We talked about this previously, but Clive might be one of the hardest matchups for Xiaoyu, just in terms of high coverage options and being able to take frames at basically any distance.
Yeah, and we were seeing that in their previous match too, just how much that Chris was able to just assert their dominance over Xiaoyu, which is quite the opposite of what we normally see from Xiaoyu. Like in this situation, activating
exactly this
in
situation.
A bad spot, and Chris just answering back and erupting with Mega Flare and taking Ling down to a sliver sidestep. This is the high because AOP, good throw break by Chris and gets the low to get the perfect.
Yeah, you can assume the generic down 4 after the scramble. Great idea there, just make it simple.
Yeah. Oh, good launch.
Yeah, he's gonna get spike OP from this, which is very nice for him.
Yeah, AOP. Got the
counter
counter
too. Yeah.
2-3 interactions, I think that was.
We'll say generously 3.
Generously,
for sure.
Yeah. 2.5.
But RV Chris unperturbed, sidestep into the heat engager. Ling fires back, waning moon. This time a little bit more room to get a tornado, but not really much more damage that you can get.
Just answering back. Good armor there by Ling, activating heat.
Ling maybe thinking about should have heat dashed that. Still got heat left, but Chris has been very good at making him not be able to burn it. Just barely gets it off.
There. Oh, nice counter there by Ling.
Last hit of the wall carry just missed.
Yeah.
Rare situation. But Ling is able to dink and dunk the way out of that one, and now is up 2 games.
Yeah. Ling getting the first game earlier with, you know, the whole situation there, and then now this game, Ling kind of feeling their rhythm, but again, weird situation, did not get a combo that we were talking earlier about, Ling's combo consistency. This time, not exactly making the most of that.
Chris comfortable enough with this stage to not want to throw the stage. We saw it before too, that he doesn't seem that really likely to go and switch off the stage unless he's looking big.
Yeah, it's a good call. At that point, it's like, why switch to potentially get a worse stage if you're doing okay here?
Okay, not really much you can do there. Just take your frames. Oh, he actually stepped the forward 3.
Yeah, with the Garuda, and now Chris goes for the throw. Good throw break by Peeling.
Baited out the 13 frame. No tornado. Quick low. Peeling takes that round. That looked pretty back and forth.
Yeah, good little scrap between both of them, both trying to find their footing, and Peeling was able to get just the last shot needed, and now Chris starting this round on the right foot, trying to keep their pressure going while Peeling's just trying to block and defend for their life here, and then gets the good counter low. Wow.
Gets the full confirm. Sidewall situation is going to make it really weird, and wanted to try to pin him to the wall again. AOP into the heat smash.
Back turn, switch position.
Peeling resetting.
And there it is, just a quick counter to close it. Now Peeling's on reset point.
It might happen, folks. We might get more Tekken.
Oh, good counter, good launch. Tornado up against the wall, activate heat.
You've seen a pretty similar wall carry, and then again, another setup catching and pressing. Heat dash? Almost tried to find it.
They whiffed it, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, and there's the quick little low from the back turn. That's been catching almost everyone that Peeling has gone against in those situations, because Peeling tends to go big with back turn. But Peeling finds those openings to do the little sneaky low to sneak out and take a round and take a win here. And with that, Peeling wins 3-0 against Chris, a complete reversal of fortunes from the last time they played, which went 3-2 in Chris's favor. This went 3-0 in Peeling's favor, which now leads to a grand finals reset.
Yeah, we got a reset. Peeling has been dominating in the pressure situations with a lot of incomplete strings, a lot of delay, and RV Chris has been winning with just high-octane offense. We're going to see whether or not... Oh, they get Sanctum again. Okay, we're just randoming back to the same stage. You called it before.
Yeah, as I've said, the stage gods can be very cruel sometimes. They get a stage select, and sometimes they'll just send you right back where you wanted to leave.
Round 1.
One of the sureties that we've seen generally when it comes to Xiao Yu is that if you are able to get in her face and just constantly put stuff out there, it's very hard for her to do the kind of setups that allow her to AOP understuff and evade. And so back 1 is kind of like a panic button for that, but RV Chris is putting out big damage back to back.
I think RV Chris is starting to see that the small Tekken, the inside the pocket stuff, is not working in their favor, so they're starting to go a little bit bigger, it looks like. They're just starting to let things go, let it rip, just like Beyblade, and now Peeling has to answer back.
Beyblade was a few matches ago. That was running joke. we're in a different game. We're in a different game.
Mars, yeah.
Yeah.
Mars is the epitome of Beyblade.
Oh, RV Chris running the punishable ender there. Maybe just trying to get a little bit of the Teskin stacks. Peeling has just a tiny bit of heat left. Yeah, you can assume he wanted to use it, but that was probably not the right way. In the air, low damage punish.
Yeah, unfortunate, probably just a case of you may as well use it while it's there. 15 seconds. Oh, nice, but no, Peeling stays grounded. Good call, smart. Fortunately, didn't matter.
Yeah, RV Chris with the patience of the punish.
Now that brings RV Chris at game point.
And he's trying to set at a range that is going to be frustrating, but Peeling just maybe knows it a little bit better. Sidewall. Oh, good combo under there. It's able to get pretty much full damage.
Was able to make the most of that, because sidewall is a weird situation.
Yeah, and you can assume that anytime he does Phoenix Shift in a situation in which he doesn't really have the frames for it, Peeling is going to be back wanting every single one of this.
Yes!
There's no reason to eat the mix if you don't have to.
Oh, good punish here.
Oh, he got so much health back.
Yeah.
This is not a great situation for Peeling, but the back 2 misses. Wall run, not punished properly, but Peeling presses a little too early, and RV Chris takes the first of the reset.
Chris kind of winning back the momentum that they were losing in that last set. Last set had its own situation, Chris's console, and then Peeling kind of running away with it from there. And now Chris seems to have started to settle a little bit, started to kind of find themselves a bit in this set, and now taking the first game. So see if Chris can ride that momentum into the second one.
Yeah, how often do you get to lose 3 games in a row just to, like, work on figuring out a matchup?
That's one of the interesting dynamics of grand finals when you get that position of being put on a reset. You are given the opportunity to kind of rectify that situation because you have now played this person at minimum 3 times, maybe more. In the case of Peeling and Chris, they played each other 8 times today thus far. So you get that opportunity to kind of reset and rethink how you approach things in that final reset, and it's a very advantageous position to the person who's on the back foot because of how much they get to reconsider and reevaluate their approach.
If you think you can kind of win it, but you really have to sweat it out, it kind of almost doesn't make sense to, like, in the grand final, to go from a 2-game deficit to, like, trying your best. It almost does make sense to just, like, try to work things out in that last match and then come back fresh with a new approach to the game. And it seems like RV Chris has been doing that a little bit.
Yeah, he's been switching things up pretty well. New approach, new mindset, kind of refreshing your whole, outlook on this, so that way you're not burning yourself out in what could be just a hopeless situation. But as we see here, both of them keeping distance. Chris coming with a slide, about to hit 10 seconds, and as I was about to say that they are just about even, Chris just opens the gap in their HP gauge. But Peeling answering back, 1 second left, takes it with the shooting star at the end.
Peeling so good at those last moment scrambles, and we saw this in the last time, the one that Peeling, the round that Peeling won. He had been playing long range, trying to get the Phoenix Shift slide punishes, and making RV Chris tunnel his options. We're going to see whether or not he's going to be able to do that again.
This is an interesting stage as well, because we talked about Chris having advantage up against the wall, and Tsushima doesn't. It has a wall, but you don't really have a shot at.
Yeah, you're not really seeing that. There's like a deer that, like, walks up there. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, the deer is just like. So, the deer just jumped down, like, sup.
RV Chris finding a heat dash combo. He's going to be able to do a little bit more, but no rage art means that he's just going to have to settle for a little bit of stacking.
Time running down again. Good side step.
No way he does it again, right?
Oh, no, not that time. See, my heart was expecting rage art somewhere.
You would think so.
Yeah, but risk of low health probably wind up around eating the loss regardless.
Absolutely. And RV Chris again just ripping the same strings to try to find a heat dash. Very successful so far. And again, we're probably going to see a little bit of stacking. That's all you can do.
Wow, taking them from center to... Hey, remember when we said that they weren't going to see the wall?
Oh yeah. That was like a conjugal visit to the wall. Wasn't long enough for anything fun to happen.
just touch base. Hey, how's it going? Opening space.
He stepped in and punished it with waning moon.
Hypnotist, nice. OPG sweep, heat dash, and that's going to close it out with a perfect. Momentum is just ping-ponging back and forth between these 2 players.
Wow, gets the pickup. Combo, probably pop heat. Hypnotist, threatening. Not 2 minus with the charge. And back turn situation means you can rip this mistrust. for a full combo.
Hypnotist,
We're back.
and
We're back to the hypnotist mix again.
Called hypnotism. I'm feeling more deja vu. Nice sidestep into the throw.
You win.
Peeling
Just
quickly,
like-
evening it up.
1-1. Oh, this feels like it could go down to the wire, honestly, between both these players.
Yeah, there's game adjustment and there's stage adjustment, and we're seeing a stage
Yes.
adjustment again.
Yes, I feel like we said before, this is going to be one of those that we can see a stage adjustment almost every time.
Yeah. And there's little moments of being able to, take a quick breather. I know in our scene, Miasma is huge on this, saying, you should take your time. You should go to stage select. You should think about it. Maybe even go to character select and just sit there for a second. Take the time to cool off and come back into the game with a good mindset. This time we're getting the underground arena. So 4 wall hazards, nitroglycerin. That is what that is, by the way.
Yes, yeah. Nice launch here. Get up against the wall. Not the one with the hazard, but close enough. Gonna get something off the wall. Lots of gray health, though, on Chris's end.
Yep, Heat Dash does not guarantee much except for a flop. Chris walking out of the way, and that was what he was fishing for, but he wasn't able to get it. He gets it on the punish instead. Look at this ball carry.
Beautifully done.
He wasn't
Goes
even
from one
sweating.
wall to the other. Yeah. Prepared for the backflip too. Avoids the wall run. Brings in Torgal, and now Chris has not only closed the gap on health, but because of all that gray health on the board. Oh, wait a minute.
Huge.
That's massive. Peeling's gonna get some of their health back. Chris is gonna lose all the gray health on their end. They're gonna eat a raw Rage Art there, and just like that, Peeling has the health advantage.
Very slightly. Back one. More chip. Oh, did it miss?
No. It
Oh!
No way!
It looked like he even tried to sidestep right and just got caught by the standing foot at the last second.
Oh my goodness, that was an unfortunate turn of circumstances there.
There's been this situation where RV Chris has been going for these heat-empowered extensions on these combos, and sometimes, interestingly, Peeling has just been pressing. And I don't know what's going on with that, but occasionally he's just getting free damage.
Yeah, I wonder if it's to do with what we were talking about before with Chris wanting to play big and Peeling just deciding to answer that. I feel like that's kind of coming back to bite him a little bit here and there.
Yeah, there might also just be like some tech that I'm like not aware of. Maybe he can like back one a certain situation or something. But RV Chris presses after the string, and then Heat Smash should not have hit. That was not punishable.
A little bit in the pocket, good sweep there. That's a back turn.
Wow, just stepping around everything.
Yeah, Hypnotist, good block, Phoenix shift. Slide, low kick. Scarlet Cyclone.
Whoa!
Oh, whoa, whoa,
That was-
okay.
Okay, well that turned out not really working out for anybody, but Peeling got out of danger and now finds a launch. And I think here you probably just take a spike combo and then threaten the wall.
AOP and then use the wall. Yep.
Yep, classic. And with heat, makes this an easy job. You don't even need it.
Yeah, that was a weird situation. It looked like neither player was ready for that, but Peeling was very quick on the uptake there and just went for it after they saw that strange interaction, to say the least.
Yeah, RV Chris is starting to bite on the strings. Maybe a little bit of impatience from, sitting there and waiting for the pressure in the step. But Chris gets a guaranteed opportunity off of popping heat to be able to go and press buttons. His heat's out now too, but the forward 3 doesn't get much out of it.
As we see, Peeling gets a good counter launch here from below.
Oh.
Just missed.
And Chris gets a nice float. A lot of damage too.
And
Tried to,
recovered some
that
health.
was, I think that was launch. Peeling just kind of missed the punish there. No back one. Maybe he was
10
gonna get the wall
seconds.
there.
Oh, and the
Ooh.
lows. Again, the lows paying dividends at those crucial last second situations when time is running down and both players are just in the middle of scrapping trying to get those last hits in. The lows are coming in and just paying off, and Peeling now fighting for tournament win here. 2-1 against Chris. They win this next game. Peeling takes the tournament.
Ling showing off championship mental
Yes.
after a long period of having to wait for this rematch. Coming back to the grand final, taking the first part at 3-0, and now 2-1 in a scrap.
Yeah, and we're going to Fall in Destiny, which you can say whatever you want. I will believe that this is canon now.
By the way, this stage music, I'm glad that nobody changed it for this, because this stage music is amazing. I really like it.
It's a great stage theme. Yeah, I love this stage music for Tekken 8's overall aesthetic and feel for fighting.
Wow, that back turn
That
just doesn't
didn't
pick up
hit.
at all. Yeah.
No.
That first part of the splat just makes it unable to follow up, and I was saying it before, it's one of the things with Xiao Yu, you know, you go into back turn of the wall there, and it really limits the ability for you to be able to punish things properly.
Yeah, a little bit of a strange situation when it comes to like your hitbox and positioning in general. And walls sometimes act funny in this game as a whole, as we see Peeling take the round here to close out, going to round 2.
Trying to frame trap off the running 3. Now we're just going into back turn sidestep territory, but finally gets baited on the sidestep 2-1. Chris has heat, but he's not winning. He wanted to heat, and then Peeling immediately finds a counter. But now the timing is working out for him. He gets to put down the plus frames, and Peeling just seems to be pressing on a lot there. But the mistrust comes through.
Counter.
Does he?
Yeah.
He can rage out this.
Now. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this should do it, yeah. He just had to optimize as much damage as he could out of that string, out of that combo, and then rage art at the last minute, and just like that, Peeling is now on tournament point.
Can you believe it? Peeling coming back, 3-0ing in the first part, AOPing underneath basically everything. And the 4-3 again comes out in a misalignment, and RB Chris is unable to pick it up with his fastest option. That has to be frustrating.
That's how you know Ling, or any Ling Xiao Yu player, starting to feel it. When they use AOP to start low profiling things at will, that's how you know they're feeling it.
Peeling walked into the last part of the heat smash. Doesn't matter, he's stepping around everything.
Sides. Yeah, he's in a slow state. This is scary. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
There was nothing that could be done there.
Peeling takes it 3-1 over RV Chris at the grand finals reset. You saw it here.
Wow, that was an impressive final round.
That wasn't an AOP duck, that was an AOP turducken.
Gotta keep it in the holiday theme.